Hey guys, welcome back to War in the West. I've come to you already in progress. I kind of think I'm finally starting to get this air war thing down, and we're gonna have when I play from now on, it's gonna be a lot easier because I didn't start out doing the air war myself. I let the AI do it, and it doesn't do as good a job as I think we do as players if we micromanage it. Not even micromanage it, like just kind of quasi manage it, like just set general guidelines for a couple turns and set missions for like a couple turns and then switch to something else once you've clobbered it. Keep areas for strategic bombing small so that the bombs clump and don't spread all out, so you can get real good effect. So let's go ahead and we've been doing some sweeps, killing German pilots. Like we can afford the losses they can't. We lost 30, but we killed 20 and damaged 9 of theirs. So it's training game for that. We switched these guys to day bombing for manpower, so they got 30% damage on a resource hex. Rebreathe, miss there. Let's see. Naval patrol. The Germans have in the south, they've started reaching out for naval patrol too, so they've actually started reaching out for naval patrol here and fighting back. Ground attack in Second RAF. Interdiction in France. Like we're getting some interdiction there, which is pretty cool. It's we're not invading there yet, but the general thought is we're going to invade. The general thought is we're going to invade here. I don't like Brest; it's too far west. I think sticking with there's a reason the Allies picked this beach. It's kind of the best of both worlds, best of all worlds, really. Like it's a good place to land. So right now, that's what we're thinking. If you guys throw out some other thoughts on where you think we should land, I'll totally take them under advisement, but for now, this is where we're going. 8th Air Force, 38 lost, but they damaged 50-something planes of the Germans. Bombing the V weapons, because that's a requirement now. Bomb those sons of guns. You bomb us, street recon, bomb city. We also went out on a special mission to Bleckhelm North and South, and took out 70% of the major synthetic fuel producers in the country. They're far away. They're in Poland, but the joys of the B-17 and B-24 are that he didn't have much air cover back here. He won't make the mistake again. Believe me, he won't make that mistake again. But either way. Actually, it looks like we engaged them here. They engaged us here on the way to Poland. Let's go all the way back up the chain. So here's where you can watch the whole crew coming in, which is pretty cool, right? Like coming in here, we have an air battle. They lose something attacking us. Next group over Westphalia, they engage us again. Lose 8 fighters. We lose 14 bombers, 6 fighters, but we press on. The further in we get, the less and less we have escorts. We get through just southwest of Berlin. We're down to our last 22 escorts, the long-range Mustangs, who are there to protect us and save us. Now we're down to 24 German fighters on our tails. This is a nice touch. The whole trace of the combat, real fucking nice touch, Matrix and 2x3. Real nice. Joel, Gary, Pavel, you guys are awesome. Good shit. Really nice. This is a real nice touch. This is kind of what I was saying about the combat. Like, if you could do this with the ground combat too, so a player can see kind of the order in which the attacks happen, this would be perfect if you could find a way to do it. Super cool. I would love it. We get all the way almost outside of where we're supposed to go, which is over here, and we're just south of Berlin at the time. 2 fighters, because he doesn't have much back here. We don't have any more air cover. They pulled back here. They ran interference for us, and they bailed. And they kept them all for about long enough to get away. Got to the city. We shot down all of their bombers. I think, was that air combat? Loss. Or was it just air? How did they lose it? Theirs were ops losses. So 6 of them are ops losses. 1 was air to air. And 2 of ours crashed ops. But let's see, what was the air combat loss? I'd like to see. And they were running with reduced load. They were running with way reduced load because of Well, the B-17s have less range than the B-24s. The B-24s just hit it normally, but the B-17s did. Let's see. Loss. Where did I get the air-to-air kill from? It says I got an air-to-air kill, but I don't see it here. Anyway, we lose 3 bombers, a fighter. They lose 8. 68% damage to north. And then that's 68% plus 68. So 58% damage to north. Next run. Same kind of thing. They intercept us here on day 7. So let's see the first one. So you can see. The first one was day 5. See, turn 30, day 5. Second one, 2 days later, they come back. They get intercepted over here. It's just 24 B-24s this time. Because I had this one set as like a low intensity, so it's smaller packets. They're probably very stressed out from last bombing. City bombing. We don't get anything really at this southern one. Oh, actually, not B. Hold on. I got it wrong. That one was both for the north. This one's the south one. So, south one we get intercepted up here. We got all the way down here without an incident. Bomb it once, no big thing, small damage. Lost a plane -5. Next day, boom, we get back through again. On day 7, we come through from the south. We get intercepted by 300 fighters. They lose 15, we lose 2. We get through somehow with those vast numbers. Get deeper into Germany. Air cover's weak back here. Hopefully he doesn't pick up on that and start goosing it up back here. But the nice thought about striking deep is it's going to have to get him to spread his air defenses out a little bit more. So when it comes time to invade, we have less of a hornet's nest. And that's kind of why you strike deep. Kind of pull some of his defenses back, get him a little gun shy. So 18 here. We get, where was it before? Saxony? We were Saxony. So then we move to the next one, which is right near Braunschweig. And, just 44 planes there. Again, picking us apart a little bit. Lose 6 things for 70% damage. I'll take that every day of the week. I'll take that every day of the week. Boom. Nice job, guys. You did awesome. Go America. Another one I wanted to do was I was like, hey, let's go fuck up his Tiger tanks. Because he loves those fucking Tiger tanks. And I just to be a dick, I was like, let's go fuck up his Tiger tanks, y'all. And sure enough, we bombed his Tiger tanks. Why can't I see? Go slower. 22% damage. Second strike. We hit it for 52%. Third day we bomb it for another 26%. So it should be, what does the recon show? Shows we're 100% out of service for those 6 tanks. Boom. That's going to piss him off. Fuck him. He kept me bottled up in Sicily for fucking 30 weeks. So he can eat my you know what. I don't want to hear him cry about it. You killed my fucking guys. Well, you fucked me. I'm already bombing the ports and whatnot around Rome. This is going to be the next invasion area. Might not be the best, but, I can't have time to go through the Gustav line. I got to take the bull by the horns, land here in force, cut them, and work through it. That, or if we begin damaging ports, heavy industry, all that good stuff. We've been systematically, as you'll see up here, dismantling the railroads. Like here. We've been dismantling everything we can. Like here, we're taking time. Like before we rushed it, we thought we could do it the turn of and just decimate everything. That's not the way it works. Interdiction builds up over time in turns. So we're taking the long view of it. And we're not going to be invading for another 10 turns or so. But when we do, we need to make sure he's so fucking crippled that to use a German thought, the door is the only thing holding up Italy, and we kick the frame in and kick the door in, and the frame just collapses and the whole facade falls on itself. So we get to the tactical air force. They've been doing some ground attacks and down here down here we're about to land. I'm the one for every does. He left Regino Cavallera open so I can land a paratrooper there and get over because I don't have any naval units able to run me over. That was a decent thing he did for how he cheesed me in Sicily. He agrees he cheesed me, so he can. And you'll see here, like, particularly, 116 lost, 58 damaged, and 56 others. This was very, very brutal warfare we had out here, out by Rome. Like, out by here, Rome was really bad. But we're, as you'll see, we're we're winning the day, and we've got to have this whole area. We have to own this whole area, lock, stock, and barrel. It's neutral right now, but we have to own it, and over time we'll own it. He's already sensing we're going to be landing at Rome. He's already made some hints like, "Oh, you're going to land at Rome, huh?" Because he can kind of see. I'm telegraphing a little bit, but I'm also doing things around. But he has this intuition about where to go. So he's a butthead that way. So let's see. Let's do a quick run through here. 100% manpower for that damaged. He said he had a big offensive the Russians were planning. They're up to like 40 potential, so he thinks they're going to attack next turn. So that would be very nice, actually. Let's take a look at the weather since you guys weren't here. It's cold, snowfall, it's air. It's back to snow. For a couple turns, it was clear in Russia here, and they were attacking a little bit. So that was nice. Nice to see the Russians helping me out. For once, I'm -4. I'm actually down a little bit from almost 300 back to 220. So I'm kind of working my way up there. I got 40 points last turn because he missed up some garrison points, so I got some freebie points. So I'm feeling like I can do this. It's going to take a little bit of work, but I can do this. Factory damage. Like we've done a pretty good job, I think, of dismantling him. Putting the what force to him. We got 600 planes, so we put them out in production a couple turns ago, and they're doing a good job. Cherbourg's been hit pretty hard. Let's see, look, Rome is down to piddlings of victory points, I'm sure. Skip that. Let's check freight. How's freight doing? First Army, it's getting better. 7th Army's getting a little bit better. 5th Army, another one, still got a lot of freight that they could be doing. Tactical air, total transport force. Fighting Grand Coastal Command, they got a lot of requests. Malta Air Force had moved them over to Sicily. Sicily's here. It's getting shipped, truck, received freight. It needs a lot of freight. Like they need. Is that really what they need for their freight? Like Syracuse? Stored. It's 198,000 stored. I received 3464. Let's see if the numbers match up. 3464. 3464. Received. 3464. Okay, that's right. And 199633. 19633. Oh, I think that means what I've stored there. Okay, let me read the replace, or let me read what it says. Freight. I think freight received is actually. I think that means. I before E except after C. Maybe. Freight screen, Army freight data. Replace request, supply need. Receive tons. Army freight data. Replacement required in tons of freight. So they actually don't need many replacements. First Army does, because I don't know why they need a lot of replacements. Did they just come in this turn? No, first Army is right here, right? I did First Army. First Army's here. Okay, so they're still equipped kitting out, I think. Okay. 7th Army is pretty good to go. 5th Army needs replacements. I'm not sure why, but we'll see. Receive tons of freight for replacements of all types of supplies. And supplies needed in tons of freight. Replacements in tons of freight. Supply in tons of freight. Received for replacements and supply. Lost en route. So we're doing pretty good. We're doing that. Depot freight data, which is what I'm looking at now. Depot freight data. This is hard to understand. Tons of freight at the depot at the start of the. Okay, so this is how much we have at the start of the turn. I always thought this was what we needed. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is a fucking mess. Okay, so we received, we used, we shipped, and shipped is to others, right? Used the amount of freight used by depots. Shipped the amount of tons shipped by the depot to units during the load phase, and then truck the amount of vehicles used by the depot during the phase. Okay, so let's go back to Sicily. So I guess Sicily's in better graces then. So blue is port to port. Port to port, port to port, boom, 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 boom. Red is depot to unit. Depot to unit, depot to unit. And white is, what was white again? White is, I forget what white was. It should be, hotkey. I think it was hotkey N. I think I said N. Or that wouldn't work, duh. To freight. Shift key E. Yeah, Shift N. Hotkey. Hotkey H. A. Shift T. Because I want to read it just to make sure I understand it. Because it showed me what white was. I just forget. Hotkey N toggle. Oh, not hotkey N. Hotkey 8. Hotkey 8. Derp. Brr, 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 brr. Oh, actually, it's not this one. It's actually going to be in the player's handbook. There we go. Displays network lines show depot. White or blue during the last turn sequence used doing what? A unit is the red lines. Last depot is white or blue. And one of them said hotkey 8, but it was port to port. Because like white is unit to unit, or see, blue is port to port, so that's easy to see. Blue is port to port, like boom boom. And I saw that somewhere. Where did I see that? Maybe it was another part of here. Port to port. Port to port. Port to port. One of them shows. I know I get a little pedantic about it, but it's important for me when I forget. I gotta jog my memory to remember it the right way. Hotkey 8. Oh, here it is. Selecting 8 key. See, it's right here, duh. Selecting 8 key, because it doesn't say hotkey right here. Displays blue, red, and white lines and maps show the freight. Each unit keeps track of the best depot to receive freight from. The red lines are drawn from the best depot to send freight to that unit. Blue is freight moved from port to port, and white is non-port, depot to depot. Okay, I knew it was something like that. Depot to depot, port to port. So these guys are getting all their supply from Tunis. Tunis is getting its supply from Oran, and Oran is getting its supply from that's unit to unit, right? Actually, that's blue to blue. Where's that port coming from? Oh, it's supplying Corsica. Okay, so it's getting its, or it's a national supply port. So it's the beginning. So it goes from here to Tunis, and that's why I left Tunis as before. It's going from Tunis to here, and Tunis to all the ports here, Palermo, Syracuse, and then it's going. Even Messina is getting supply now, because I think its port's better. So its port's getting better. I'm repairing it. It's helping it out. Now, freight looking good. Depot freight data. Let's look at that again. Depot freight data. Okay. So we go through depot freight data. Boom, boom, boom. And that goes all the way down to the lowest level ports, which is cool. Or the lowest level depots. Freight usage types. What's freight usage types? What are those? Freight usage types. Usage types. Freight usage. So I'm guessing it's saying just like what's using the freight. Other depots is taking a lot. Fuel, economy repairs, blah, blah, blah. 1,800 ships available. Only 183 troop ships available. That's not a ton. We've already lost 147 troop ships. Wow. Total 109. Well, that's pretty expensive. He's got 2 million men on the Eastern Front. I don't really know how to read this. CBT? Let me look for CBT. It's one of those days, fellas. One of those days. Just one of those days when I want to stay all alone. Just one of those days. Okay. I won't subject it anymore. My bad. Rename. Surrender. Arrival. A couple armies. Awesome. Repair units. I'll use some engineers. Awesome, because we're going to need them to bust through these fucking lines. Supply. America ships 1. Ships to Portsmouth. Perfect. and where you're going to see from here, Oran to Tunisia, probably, because that's what's shipping some stuff to Tunis. Yeah, there is 21 resources to Tunis. And then Tunis is you're gonna show Tunis. Well, actually, you won't show Tunis, I guess. And let's go look at our manpower pool for the United States. Boop. Manpower pool. 170,000 manpower, not bad. Britain. It's not dipped in his manpower much at all. Even then, pretty good. 2,700. Britain's at 960. So America's, yeah, we've used a lot. We've ground and ground and ground, so it's not preferred. But let's go ahead and see. Can we save real quick for safety? Okay, safety and saving. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel me? I feel you. You feel me? I feel you. Yeah. Okay. So let's get you off the ships. Okay. Perfect. Now, actually, your landing hex is set for here, so we might get a little ballsy and go for it. But I'm pretty sure he has units here, but my recon just didn't see him. Yeah, my recon didn't see him, but here I've got a unit that should be able to drop right here. Please, dear Jesus. Double the capacity. Go in there. Drop them. We lost 2 transports. Hold on, what the fuck just happened? Hold on. I'll be right back. So we're back. We talked our guy about the RI. Found out that it's it's due to the fact that these guys are so small. I reorged them back to this owner. They're such a small unit right now because they're so disorganized right now. So what I'm going to do is change their target hex to be here. They'll land their next turn. It is literally just the courtesy that I can put a unit here and get over. It's not, he's defending up there farther, so it's literally holding up the game that this shit's happening. This guy's able to drop it. His drop zone's all the way up there, so he won't be able to drop it. But you know, just for the sake of making sure that next turn that damn thing falls, I'm putting it there. Don't drop pair drop on cities. It's a stupid idea. You're a dinglebat. Like, duh, you don't drop into a city with just a regiment. That's not going to work. You know, so that's upsetting. So I was upset at myself. But then again, it's going to be a super short turn then, guys. And all we're going to do is some more Third Army. Patton's Army. What the hell is it? Oh, that's why it's not working. First Army. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Nice to see there's a real group. Maybe we'll put it with the other real group. Third Army's here. Bink. And you're going to be connected to Third Army. You're actually going to be a tanker. Hopefully you know that. You are terrible at tanking, so you are goodbye. I wish there was mechanized 6. Is there any good mechanized guys? 7-5. Yeah, I can live with that guy. You're now here, and you now report to Third Army, which means you now report to that corps. Which means that you also know core. Which means you get off the train. You get off the train. Third Armor Division, 5th Divisions again. You're getting artillery. One of the best. You're getting tank destroyers. One of the best. You're getting anti-aircraft. All anti-aircraft. You're getting common issues. You're getting the Comet Regiment. You're getting the pick of the litter. You are my baby. You are literally a 4-star army in my heart. You will always be a 4-star army in my heart. Do you understand? Good. 5, 6. That's also what it is. He's not a terrible owner or leader. He's no Patton, but could be worse, right? Don't I have any other American tank brigade divisions around yonder? Armor of the United States. Those are in Africa, or in Sicily, waiting with their fucking thumbs up their asses. So that's all America has right now. Let's see, the 82nd should have got back up to 63 minute. Awesome. Oh, and it's elite, so it should be going even higher now, right? Yeah, so it's an elite unit, so that's why it's going up higher. It's going up to 80. Perfect. We're going to pick out a target shortly. Our invasion beaches are most likely going to be here. So originally we had picked out, like if we look at this canner, we picked out here and here for these two guys. This one will 79, 76. This one will actually have to pop. This one probably won't work because it's more than one way. So we'll have to redirect him to. Redirect him to here and here, because that'll be next to an invasion hex. So he'll be able to land right after. But I wanted to kind of block Khan off to free it up, but I could do here for a little buffer, but I really want to buffer here. Yeah, I'll buffer there. Perfect. And then we've got. And then if. Wait, do we get an airfield in the first turn? If we can get an airfield, like if we can take this place, well, there's no landing here, but if we can take this guy, we can fly in that air landing unit. So yeah, he's actually super small, so I'm actually going to take the good sense of I'm actually going to do the good sense of redirecting and having them both be in the same hex. They're both going to land here. So because this one, I just realized he's only a brigade. He's only 3. So we're going to guard that flank. They're going to land divisions right here and here. So land there. He's going to land there, division there. No, I want to keep it tight. I want to keep it tight and condensed. So we'll land there, and there. So that'll be where we land. So we'll have to start working this area soon. So back to what we were doing before. You are the fighter in me, so you are also this Polish guy. This Polish dude. He's not a good boy. He's Polish, but he'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Which means that you guys are now. Why are you so under strength? It's just because your morale sucks? Why are you so shitty? I don't know. But 4, 4, 12, 13, 3rd Army, 1st Army. 4 is like the magic number for the Americans right now, I guess. Oh, we got this one here. The 15th Corps is going to be the airborne guys. Oh, and that reminds me, I need to make sure we have transports here. Let's see if I can pretend to fly this guy over somewhere. Just to see if it gives me... Okay, it gives me transport. So I guess they can fly in a rough area. So they don't have to be on the same hex. Cool. So can he fly in a rough area? Okay. If I want to say transport him somewhere, okay, he can. Awesome. The bigger area, the better. I mean, I obviously want to have all of the plane. All the planes. There's a bunch there. You want to have even more there because there's 2 divisions. More there. Oh, is that the problem? They're overwhelmed now. Oh, the base. Oh, the base is building up. Okay, cool. As soon as the base builds up, we'll have. That's already a 3. Awesome. And this one should be building up too, right? Yeah, build up to a 3. So we need to get some transports by you. Just because. Actually, I'll just go right to the damn air base and do it myself. RFF. I have transport command. Well, I don't give a shit really from it. I just need the transports there, so that's what matters right now. Getting the transports there. Yes, you'll be better once the airfield builds out, don't worry. You'll be better. Maybe he'll get psyched out that I didn't land my guys there and think it's for a reason. It's a silly reason. Justice. He might think I'm lying, like, what? Why didn't you do that? He'll probably get suspicious. He has a tendency to get a little nervous. It's funny. Oh, I'm not getting what I need for supply. That could be it too. Let me see if I can fly some supply myself if that will fix the, oh, I already moved the guy, but oh well. Let's see if I can fly myself some fruit anyway. $312 tons of fruit supplied. Oh, he's much happier now. Awesome. And he went up to 2 too, so maybe he would have been able to take that Diamond City. Who knows? We'll never will. We're in battle. They're 2.5. We're 2.3. Okay, well, that's it for the turn, guys. So I will catch y'all later for turn 31.